characters, incidents, names, and situations used in this story are fictitious. The resemblance to any person living or dead is purely coincidental. The following video contains some horror elements and suitable for a mature audience, 16 plus. This channel and video is not for kids.
Hello friends, I am Aryan, and welcome to our channel Midnight Horror Stories, where you get to hear true and scary ghost stories. In our channel, you will get to hear true and scary stories every Tuesday and Saturday. But before starting the story, all the friends who have come to this channel for the first time, please subscribe to the channel, and if you like the story, then definitely introduce yourself in the comment section. Then let's do not take much time and start our story quickly. The story that has come to us today is about some college boys. Now, you know that this is the age of youth. So at this age, people do mischief in college and school life. But sometimes that mischief becomes too overwhelming. Friends, many people feel that they will get away with making a mistake. But when that mistake is punished, it is quite terrible. And that is what happened in this story. Gagan, Sanjay, Avinash, and Manu studied together in college. They were all #1 crooks. He was always misbehaving with girls, but since Manu was the son of the principal's brother, no one could say anything to him. Whenever he complained, the principal would reprimand him. Because of this, now all the people started staying away from them. Everything went on like this. One night when these 4 friends were coming from the club late at night, all 4 were drunk. Manu was driving the car at the time. All 4 of them were driving like this, when suddenly a blood-soaked cut hand appeared on their steering wheel. Even though Manu was drunk, he understood it all. Seeing all this, Manu got very nervous and suddenly left the steering. At the same time, the severed hand turned the car abruptly, due to which the car collided with the divider. Those idiots were not even wearing seatbelts, due to which they suffered a lot of injuries. And all 4 of them fainted right there. When they woke up in the morning, they found themselves in the hospital. All of them had suffered very serious injuries, due to which the doctor asked them to rest for a few days. Now, because this case was a road accident, that's why the police came there and started taking their statements. Manu's family members had given money to all of them to hide the fact that these people were driving under the influence of alcohol, due to which none of them were punished, and within a few days they were discharged from the hospital and came home. But during this time, Manu seemed very confused. Seeing him like this, his mother Suman asked, "What is the matter, son? You look quite upset. Is everything right?" Then Manu said, "There's a little pain, but it is okay. But I'm not bothered because of that. Actually, I remembered one thing before the accident. Now I don't know if it's true or a dream." Hearing this, his mother asked, "What is such a thing?" Then Manu said, "I was driving at that time. It was dark in the car, because of which I could not see clearly. But I felt as if there is a cut hand on the steering of the vehicle. And it was he who turned the car in such a way that it caused the accident." Hearing this, his mother said, "How can this happen? Maybe you must have been deluded. You drank too much at that time. That must have been the reason why it happened. But there's nothing to worry about. Now you're fine." Hearing this, Manu also felt that he must have been deceived, so he forgot about it. Now that the 4 of them were resting at home, they were no longer able to drink alcohol. During this time, one night when Manu was sleeping, he had a terrible dream. See, he saw that he was in a forest, and he was moving there. After some further, he saw a pack of wolves. Seeing which, he became very nervous and started running away from them in the opposite direction. He must have run a little further, when suddenly those wolves pounced and knocked him down. And the next moment, all those wolves started tearing him. All this was causing Manu a lot of pain. He was writhing in pain. He was pleading for help. But there was no one around to help him. The next moment, one of the wolves ate his mouth. The tongue that hung from the mouth was now the wolf's next target. Now Manu was neither able to speak nor defend himself, due to which he died in a short time. And with this, he woke up.
Although it was a dream, but Mannu was very nervous about all this, and this dream was seen by him at 4 in the morning, and it is believed that the dream seen at this time come true. Thinking of all this, Mannu was very scared. She called Gagan to lighten her hurt and told him about it. Then he said in surprise, "Amazing, I do so too. It was a dream. I'm scared of it myself." Hearing this, Mannu said, "I think it should be forgotten as a dream. Anyway, we live a little in a forest that will be encountered by such wild animals." Gagan also found this right, and then both of them forgot about this and talked for a while and hung up the phone. After some time, Mannu got a call from Avinash and told him that he had a scary dream. The surprising thing here is that Avinash had the exact same dream as Mannu. Mannu was very surprised to hear this because it cannot be a coincidence that these three had the same dream. He called Sanjay and asked him if he had any such dream. So Sanjay, "Yes, but how do you know that? I didn't tell anyone about it." Now Mannu was starting to get a little scared. So he talked to his mother Suman about it. His mother was now a little scared. So he talked to a pandit and got the havan done in the house. There were a lot of strange things in the havan. Many times the fire of the havan was extinguished. Mannu's mother was a little nervous about all this. Completion of the havan after that, the pandit said that the gods and goddesses are angry with you. That's when your worship was not accepted. If you apologize to them with a sincere heart, then everything will be fine. After that, he left from there. At the same time, Sumanju said that I do not know what is happening in this house. I am very scared. First all this happened with Mannu and now all this. I think we should talk to a tantric about it. Hearing this, Sandeep ji said, "You are thinking too much. There is nothing like that." Then Sumanji told him the whole thing about how Mannu and his friends were as. That's the kind of dreams that are happening. Hearing this, he was surprised and agreed to find a tantric. At the same time, his mother sprinkled Ganga water in the whole house and started praying to God that everything would be fine. That same night when Mannu was fast asleep, he started having a severe headache. He felt as if someone was pulling the hair off his head. Seeing this, he quickly turned on the light and looked around in amazement to see who had plugged his hair, but there was no one there. Seeing this, he was very nervous. He nervously put his hand on his head. Then he saw many hairs that had been pulled out of the root. Seeing this, he quickly got up from his bed and ran towards his parents' room. He went there and started banging on the door. In a short time, when his father opened the door, he found Mannu crying in front of him. Both of them held him and asked him what the matter was. Why is he crying so late at night? Then Mannu told them everything. Hearing this, both of them were very scared, and that night they kept Mannu in their room. Mannu's condition was not good yet. That's why those people tried hard to put him to sleep, but Mannu would get up in fear every once in a while. Somehow the night passed, but now Mannu was afraid to be alone. But her parents couldn't always be with her. So they left the servants with Mannu and went about their work. It took Mannu some time, but he recovered, and he then went to the bathroom to take a bath. He was taking a bath in the bathroom when suddenly he felt as if someone was stroking his back. Seeing this, Mannu was very nervous. At the same time, he heard a girl's voice. "How do you feel about my touch, Mannu? You've always wanted me to touch you and you touch me like that. Why is it?" Hearing this, Mannu's heart was dry. His voice was stuck in his throat when the next moment he gathered all his strength and started running out of that bathroom. But at the same time, someone grabbed his leg and he fell there on his face. Mannu's nose was broken due to falling down and blood was oozing from it. He turned around groaning and saw a severed hand move towards him. Seeing this, Mannu screamed loudly. Her screams echoed violently throughout the bathroom. The people outside the bathroom started banging the door from outside and asking to open the door. But Mannu was not able to open the door even if he wanted to. The severed hand grabbed Mannu's leg and dragged him towards the bathtub. Seeing this, Mannu started crying and begging. He began to beg for mercy. But whoever had that hand, he was sitting with the enmity of many lifetimes. The next moment, he put Mannu in the tub and ran the water. Mannu wants to get out of bathtub, was trying, but that hand grabbed Mannu's neck, and now Mannu was not able to get out of that tub. The water in the tub was now filling up and coming upwards, because of which the fear of death could be clearly seen in Mannu's eyes. But perhaps Mannu's death was not yet written, due to which the people present outside broke the door of the bathroom and together they took Mannu out of the bathtub.
Then everyone asked him why he was screaming like this. But today, Mannu had seen death so closely that he was in a lot of shock. He wasn't answering any of anyone's questions. He was just saying the same thing. I'm sorry, please let me go. Everyone tried hard to handle him, but there was no improvement in his mood. Because of this, Sandeepji took him to a psychiatrist. He tried hard to talk to Manu, but Manu was saying the same thing over and over again. Due to all this, he told Sandeepji that there is something in his mind due to which he has come to this condition. Have they had any fights with anyone recently? Then Sandeepji said, today's children get into fights, but because of this, someone's condition cannot be spoiled in this way. Hearing this, the doctor said, we have to understand the whole thing, otherwise we won't be able to treat them. One of his friends, probably knows about this. Then Sandeepji said, Manu has 3-4 friends. So right, I'm going to talk to them today. Till then you do one thing, do something so that it sleeps comfortably. It didn't sleep all night, and then in the morning, he got up and locked himself in the bathroom and started screaming like this. We broke the door with great difficulty and made it removed. If it continues like this, it may harm itself. Then the doctor gave him sleeping pills and told him to give it to him at bedtime at night after eating. After all this, Sandeepji came home. They gave Manu the same sleeping pill and then started calling his friends. Surprisingly, none of his friends were picking up the phone. He called them several times, but every time, his phone would go off after it rang. Finally, someone picked up Gagan's phone. Then Sandeepji asked him to give the phone to Gagan. Then he said, I'm his younger brother Nitin. Gagan Baya had just jumped off the roof, because of which we have brought him to the hospital. The doctor said he was fine, but he's unconscious right now. Hearing all this, Sandeepji felt very strange, and now he understood that something similar had happened to the rest of Manu's friends. They did not understand what they had done to make this happen to these people. To find out, he went to his college and talked to the principal about it. Then the principal said that all 4 of them are something every day. They didn't do anything. So no one used to complain about them because even if someone talked, I used to chase them away. After all, he's my nephew. Then Sandeepji said, did he do any big scandal recently, due to which he would have any enmity with someone? Then the principal strained his mind, and then after a while he said, actually it did. Not long ago, a girl came to the first year. His name was Mohini. He had a lot of up and coming with Manu, and the girl has been missing for some time now. Her family members were saying that she had gone to college but didn't come home after that. All this could have brought disrepute to our college, so I settled the case and proved that the girl had disappeared somewhere outside the college and did not come to the college that day. Hearing this, Sandeepji pulled his chair and came forward and said in a low voice, on the day the girl went missing, did Manu and his friends go with her? Then the principal said, I don't know, but maybe it is because everyone was saying that after college, Mohini and Manu used to go together. Hearing this, Sandeepji did not say anything. Now he understood that Manu and his associates had a hand in Mohini's disappearance, and if he could find Mohini, it would all be fine. Sandeepji talked to Manu's friends about this, but they said they had an acquaintance with Mohini. More than that, where she went, who she met, they don't know anything about it. They even said that Mohini liked a boy and wanted to marry him, but his family is against it. Mohini's family suspected that Mohini's lover was Manu. Hearing all this, Sandeepji now started to feel that Mohini's family is definitely doing this with Manu and his friends so that these people get fed up and hand them back to Mohini. And to talk about this, Sandeepji came to Mohini's father and said to him, look, I know that you think my son has made Mohini disappear, but it is not so. I had talked to her friends and they told me that Mohini liked another boy.
Hearing this, Mohini's father said, Mohini lived with your son most of the time and this was told to me by a girl who studied with him. I explained to him 1,000,000 times not to be with such boys, but she wasn't listening to anyone. That day also she left college with your son and has not returned till date. Why don't you talk to your son about it? Hearing this, Sandeepji said he will be able to speak, then I will talk to him. See, I'm now speaking clearly. I'll help you find your daughter. Just the witchcraft you did to my son, stop. Hearing this, Mohini's father got very angry because on top of that, his daughter is missing. Such an allegation is being made against him. Therefore, he clearly said that he did not sow any sorcery on anyone. If they don't want to help them find Mohini, then so be it. At least don't make this nasty accusation. Hearing this, Sandeepji left from there. But while leaving, he noticed a boy who was staring at him angrily. Sandeepji looked at him and then came back. Coming home, he turned to Manu. I saw him sitting nervously on the bed. Seeing his son like this, his heart sank. During this time, Sumanji came to him and said, I think there is a shadow of a ghost above it. So I talked to my brother about it. Then he gave me an Aujha number and I called him on the phone. He must be coming. Sandeepji did not say anything on this because the matter was now out of their hands. After some time, an exorcist came to the house and inspected the house thoroughly and then said that there is a negative energy in your house and she has come here for a special purpose and she will not leave until her purpose is fulfilled. Hearing this, Sumanji said, you destroy that negative energy. Hearing this, the exorcist said, look sister, no kind of energy can ever be eliminated. And this energy can also not be exhausted. And due to being the source of the energy of this negative energy, it is getting the energy to do all this. Then Sandeepji said, okay, then it doesn't matter. You do something so that that negative energy does not harm our son. For this, the exorcist agreed and then he gave him an amulet and said that he should wear this amulet after bathing Mannu. And yes, take special care that after wearing this amulet, do not do any kind of tamasic work like drinking meat. For this too they agreed and then the exorcist left from there. After they left, they asked their servants to bathe Mannu and then they tied the amulet to him. Mannu had a lot of benefit from that amulet because in a short time he had become completely normal. And as soon as he recovered, he said, Mummy, Papa, if you people didn't save me, she would have killed me. She kept telling me that she will kill me. Then Sandeep said, who will kill you? And why does she want to kill him? Hearing this, Mannu's face started glowing. But then the next moment he said, I don't know who it is. It's just a girl's voice. She repeatedly tells me that she will kill me. After this, his family members also did not say anything because they had full faith in their beloved son. But that very night something happened that these people had never dreamed of. Late at night when Sumanji was sleeping, the severed hand came to him. He removed the lid of the place they had and went inside it. Some of the dry blood on that hand went inside that water. At the same time, it began to darken slightly. As soon as this happened, the hand came out and put the lid back on. After all this, that hand came to Sumanji and he started strangling Sumanji. During this time, that hand was not pressing his throat so hard that he would die, but just fast enough to wake him up. The next moment he woke up, due to which he woke up Sandeepji as well. With that, the hand moved away from there. Sumanji put his hand on his neck and saw that everything was fine. After all this, Sumanji was very scared, due to which he took out water from that jug and drank it. After drinking water, Sumanji felt a little strange and suddenly started coughing, but then he drank the water again. After all this, she fell asleep. In the morning, she started making breakfast for everyone. During this time, she had a very flat expression on her face. Now that Mannu was absolutely fine, he was going to college today. He came out dressed and started breakfast. Sumanji gave him breakfast and stared at him. Seeing him like this, Sandeepji said, what's the matter? Why are you staring at him like this? Then Sumanji said that he is taking wrong advantage of her freedom. That is why he killed the girl Mohini by doing something. Hearing this, Mannu said nervously, hey mother, why are you talking like this? I didn't do anything to him. I am being framed. Hearing this, Suman said, that day you were seen by many people leaving college with Mohini. And since then she has been missing. Tell me what you did to him. Hearing this, Sandeepji said angrily, you shut up. This is our only boy and I don't think he has done anything. And even if he does end it here, nobody knows about him anyway. Hearing this, Suman said, if you don't know how to raise your child, then why did you give birth to him? Someone else is bearing the brunt of your wrong upbringing. Hearing all this, the man inside Sandeep awoke up and slapped Sumanji and then got up and left.
Mannu also did not think it right to stop there, and that too there, left. Mannu came to college from there, but his friends were not there, so he did not feel like it, so he came from there quickly. He went to Sanjay's house to know his well-being. But when he came here, he found Sanjay tied with bandages. Mannu was very surprised to see this. When he asked her the reason for this, she told him that a few days ago, there was a sudden fire in the room, which caught me in the grip and burnt a little. I couldn't tell you or anyone else about it. Hearing this, Mannu was very surprised and he sat for a while and came to Gagan's house. Upon reaching there, he saw that Gagan's condition was also very bad. At the same time, he also seemed a little scared. Mannu came to him and asked him about it. Then Gagan said, man, everyone thinks I have gone crazy. Because I jumped off the roof by myself. But what can I tell you? I didn't jump myself, but a severed hand knocked me down. As he spoke, he began to explain what had happened that day. Friends, I am telling you the same thing in my own words. A few days ago, Gagan was walking on the terrace. During this time, his younger brother Chhat, he came and started talking to her. Gagan spoke in conversation. I feel like my whole life is over and I have absolutely no hope of living anymore. Hearing this, his younger brother said, hey, what are you saying? Your mind is right? Hearing this, Gagan said in surprise, I don't know what happened to me that I said anything. Nothing like I just said. Hearing this, he did not say anything, and in the meantime, someone called him from below and he left from there.
After he left, Gagan muttered to himself, "Hey, what was I saying?" He had just said this when he heard a girl's voice. "I called you so that everyone would think of your death, suicide." Hearing this, when Gagan looked at him in surprise, he found that just a few steps away from him, there was a severed hand that was moving towards him. Seeing this, Gagan panicked and tried to run away from there. But the severed hand suddenly came towards the door leading out. Seeing this, Gagan retreated a little nervously. The next moment, that hand grabbed Gagan's leg and dragged him to the roof wall and pushed him away from there. After talking to all this, Gagan cried to Mannu and said, "You may think that I am telling the story of a horror film, but it is absolutely true. No one believes me. Everybody is calling me crazy, but I am not crazy." Hearing all this, Mannu said, "I understand your point of view, and I have full faith in you, because something similar happened to me. My family got me this amulet from a tantric, because of which that severed hand is no longer bothering me. But you people are still under threat." Hearing this, Gagan said, "You should make a similar amulet for me too." Hearing this, Mannu said, "I don't know who my family has made this amulet from, so I can't help you with that. But if we get to the root of the riots, then everything will be fine." Hearing this, Gagan said, "This is a ghost affair, and we can't get out of it so easily. It was different if there was a human being." Then Mannu said, "Why are you giving up so soon? Look at the girl's voice. When you hear the voice, didn't the voice sound a little familiar?" Then Gagan began to strain his mind. Then after some time, he said in surprise, "That voice seemed to be that of Mohini. It means all this siren. But how can it be? We killed her, didn't we?" Then Mannu said, "That's why trouble has arisen for us. If she had survived that day, we would have given her some money to silence her. But now, after dying, her soul is avenging her death from us." Hearing all this, Gagan started crying. Mannu tried to silence him, but then he said angrily, "You are wearing this amulet. You have become safe. But what about us? This whole plan was yours and you have made it on our lives. If you don't do anything tomorrow, I'll tell the police about it. Because why are we stuck alone?" Hearing this, Mannu angrily said, "I am here trying to help you and you are threatening me? Remember, you can't harm me." After speaking, Mannu left from there. Mannu was afraid that his friends might tell everyone the truth. So he said to his father, "Papa, you have to be my friends.
You must know about it. That spirit has now started to haunt my friends, so call that tantric again and make an amulet for him too." Sandeep's mind was already bad due to the quarrel with Suman in the morning. Hearing Mannu's words from above, it got worse, so he said, "I haven't hired anybody. If they have a problem with something, it is their responsibility and their family to look after it. You know how much money it took to summon that tantric and this amulet. We are just like that. They bear so much of your expenses. On top of that, I'll pick up your friends too. We give them the number. Give it to your friends, they will talk about it themselves. You don't have to jump in the middle much." Hearing all this, Mannu could not say much, but he got the number of that tantric. He took the number and gave it to his friends and told them to talk to themselves. Gagan was getting very angry with all this. But even if he spoke, to whom did he speak? So he did not say much. Calling that tantric and calling all his told things. The tantric was asking to come 2 days later, but Gagan pleaded with him a lot and he agreed to come tomorrow. Gagan called his friends Avinash and Sanjay to tell them all this. They were talking when suddenly Avinash heard a voice from behind. "You are not going to improve so easily. So now you have to teach them a lesson and start with you." Hearing this, Avinash looked around in surprise. But there was no one there. He gave a voice, "Who's here?" But he didn't make any sound. At that time, Gagan, who was on the phone, said to him, "Avinash, right now, go to someone in the house." Then Avinash said, "Man, this voice was Mohini's. I have been having nightmares, but so far, no accident has happened to me like you guys. On top of that, he was just saying this when suddenly he started choking. He was trying to say something but couldn't." Hearing this, Gagan and Sanjay were very nervous. They started calling out to him, but there was no sound from him in return. After a while, a girl's voice came from the other side. "If you don't reveal your sins in front of everyone, then the next number will be yours. Your friend may be saved from all this, but remember, you will not be able to escape." With this, the phone was disconnected. Gagan called Avinash's house. When they knocked on the door, there was no sound from inside. When he broke the door, he saw that Avinash's body was hanging from the fan. His body was still hot, but his breath was gone.
For this reason, his family immediately took him to the hospital, but the doctor declared him dead on arrival. Avinash's family was very sad. But they did not understand that after all these, how do both of them know what is happening to Avinash? When Avinash's call lock was removed, it was seen that Avinash had talked to these people for the last time, and now his family members started feeling that both of them had a hand in his death. They immediately filed a police complaint, and the same day the police went to pick them up, but here they were in bed by themselves. Because of this, the police did not know what to do. They left them until these people recovered. The policemen questioned all of them and asked Avinash the last, "What did you talk about?" Gagan knew that if he told them something, he might get caught too. That's why he said Avinash was upset about something. He was saying that now he has to focus on studying. We didn't talk much more and he seemed quite disturbed that day. That's why we asked his family to see him. But we seemed to be late. Now these four were very good friends. That's why they also closed the case here. But now there was fear in all three of them. A day or two later, when he came to the house of the Tantrik Gagan, he told him that his friend Avinash had lost his life because of that spirit and he had threatened to kill them too. Hearing all this, the Tantrik said, if someone had left that soul, it would have been left to one's family. But who has left you behind just to torment you, friends? I think there's something else you don't want to tell. They did not want to tell what these people had done. So he said, someone has done this to us out of jealousy. You are the same amulet that you made into Mannu.
Give it to us too. Hearing this, the Tantrik said, okay, it'll cost the whole 1 lakh rupees for that. Hearing this, both of them were upset because they were from a middle-class family and had not yet started earning. They were growing up on their parents and they weren't going to give them that much money for the amulet. That's why the Tantrik said, arrange the money in 2-4 days. Then I'll give you the amulet. After speaking, he left. But now, Gagan and Sanjay had the problem of how they would arrange so much money. He asked Mannu, tried to talk about. He called Mannu, but he wasn't picking up her phone. Exhausted, they called his house. Then he came to know from his family that Mannu was very ill. When both of them asked Mannu to give him the phone, he gave it to them. Then Gagan asked him what happened to him all of a sudden. Then Mannu told him that he does not know, but nowadays I feel very weak and neither can I eat properly nor can I rest. There is pain in the body all the time. He showed it to the doctor as well as to the pandits. But it's all right. I don't know what's wrong with me. By the way, you talked to the Tantrik about it. Then Gagan said that he has called you to talk about this. We need 1 million to take the amulet. We don't have that much money and neither will our family give it to us. And even if we do, our secret may not be revealed. Then Mannu said, okay, I will do one thing. I'll give you both the money. You guys give it back slowly. After this, Mannu sends money to both of them and they both buy the amulet and wear it, and now nothing like that was happening to them. They were both starting to recover now, but Mannu's condition was gradually getting worse, due to which he was no longer able to go to college. During all this, Mannu noticed a strange thing in his house, and that was that his mother had started taking care of his food and drink, and even now there was no worship in his house. Seeing all this, one day at breakfast, he said to Sumanji, "What's the matter, mummy? Nowadays you cook every time and now you don't even worship?" Hearing this, Sumanji's hand stopped at dinner and said, "What will the men of the house, who consider women to be only useful things, worship the goddess?" Hearing this, Sandeepji said, "Where are you taking the matter? That's how he's talking." They were talking about it when one of their neighbors came there and gave prasad to all of them. Here, Mannu and Sandeepji took the prasad, but Sumanji refused to take the prasad. She even began to move away from them. Mannu and Sandeep found this very strange, but the next moment, Sandeepji told the neighbor that if she didn't want to take it, don't give it to her. He didn't say anything and then left. But now Sandeepji had a little doubt about Sumanji. He thought of finding out about it and asked Sumanji to go to the temple of his house and get the vaccine. But Sumanji did not go to work. Seeing this, Sandeepji did not say much and went to the puja room himself and took the tilak and put it to Sumanji. After putting it on, Sumanji screamed loudly. At the same time, the skin where the vaccine was administered was burnt. Seeing this, Sandeepji and Mannu were very nervous. Meanwhile, Sumanji angrily stared at him and said, "Finally you have come to know but if nothing changes, I will take it. Hearing this, Sandeepji could not understand what Sumanji was saying, but Mannu had found out. And now, before he could understand anything, Sumanji swooped down on Sandeepji and started biting his neck. Sumanji pulled the skin from his neck. As soon as this happened, blood started leaking from Sandeep's neck. Mannu, along with the servants of the house, removed Sumanji from Sandeepji and him.
Locked in the room. After this, he took Sandeep to the doctor. While the doctor was treating him, Mannu asked the Tantrik to tell him everything. The Tantrik came, and after listening to everything, he said, "Look, I don't know what you have done, whatever spirit is troubling you like this, and I won't be able to do anything until you tell me the whole thing." Then Mannu said, "Look, there is no such thing, maybe one of our enemies did it. You do this by exorcising my house, that no evil power can be found in the house. I couldn't get in." Hearing this, the Tantrik said, "Will you never leave the house? Or will you always wear an amulet? How long will you wear the amulet? After a certain time, the amulet also has to be changed, and you will have to remove this amulet even at the time of your marriage. Then what will you do?" Hearing this, Mannu said, "Then we will see. Get it all fixed for the time being." On this, the Tantrik did not say anything further, and he also tied his house. But despite all this, Sumanji was still fierce. The Tantrik tried hard to cure them. All the exorcisms were done, but it's to no avail. Exhausted, the Tantrik came to the conclusion that there was no ghost on Suman's body, but his mental condition was such. Because of this, Sandeepji also showed him to a good psychiatrist, and now he was kept locked in the room. On the other hand, Gagan's sister came to him. "Brother, have you done anything?" Hearing this, Gagan said, "There is nothing like that, but why are you asking like this?" Then she said, "Last night when I was sleeping, a girl came to my dream, and she said to me that you have done a lot of bad to them, and if you don't tell everyone about it, she will punish all of us." Hearing all this, Gagan was a little nervous, because he did not want his sister to be punished for what he had done. So now he talked to the other two about it. Hearing this, Mannu said, "No matter what happens, don't talk this in front of anyone. We have to find a solution to the problem and not create the problem ourselves. Nothing will happen to anyone, trust me." Saying this, he hung up the phone. But Sandeepji had heard him saying all this, and he slapped him and said, "What have you done because of which all this is happening?" Then Mannu tried hard to convince them. But what was happening in his house was not normal at all. He did suspect that Mannu had done something wrong, but each time he kept bringing it to a lie. But today they had to be tough, otherwise he would have lost them all. But Mannu was very devoted and was not ready to believe. They also stopped giving money to Mannu and also seized his accounts so that he could tell him everything. But Mannu didn't say anything. On the other hand, Gagan and Sanjay's, he did not have the money to tie his house to the Raksha Sutras, so they started demanding money from Mannu. But where would Mannu give money from? And they could not tell their family members about it, so I left everything as it was. Meanwhile, when Gagan's sister was sleeping one night, a severed hand came to her and started stroking her head. As soon as this happened, a look of panic appeared on her face, and in a short time, she sat up. She was very nervous and didn't know what to do. She got up and came out and started drinking water. During this time, his eyes fell on his brother Gagan, who was walking outside. She came to him and asked him why he was awake so late at night. Then Gagan said that nothing, just not sleeping. Why is she staying up so late at night? Then she said, "I had a very terrible dream due to which I woke up. In that dream, a girl told me that I would not be able to see the morning sun, and after that, some darkness swallowed me and I woke up."
Hearing this, Gagan started getting a little worried, and now he had thought that as soon as the morning came, he would definitely do something. And thinking of all this, he told her that he would go and sleep comfortably. Nothing like this would happen. After this, she came to her bed and slept but did not wake up in the morning. Her family tried hard to lift her, but she was not getting up. Seeing all this, his family members were very nervous and immediately took him to the hospital. He was breathing, but I don't know why she wasn't regaining consciousness. When the doctor checked her, she found that she had gone into a coma and could not say how long it would take for her to regain consciousness. Hearing all this, his house, they were very nervous.
She was the only sister of 2 brothers and all this was happening to her. Seeing this, Gagan broke down and talked to Mannu about it. Earlier I was silent because of what was happening to me, but now my sister is also getting upset because of it. I needed your help but you didn't. So now I will go to the police and tell the whole truth. Whatever punishment I have to take, it will happen. But at least my sister will be saved by it. Hearing this, Mannu got very angry and said, "This may save your sister, but if I don't care about my family, then you also think about yourself." On this, Gagan said, "You are a boy from a big house, that's why your thinking is big. But today I am realizing that the most important thing for us middle class people is the family. And now I am ready to do anything for my family." After speaking, he hung up the phone and now Mannu was a little scared. During all this, Mannu had come to know that he was not going to get out of all this so easily, and he would have to tell his father everything. So he came to his father and said, "Papa, I have made a big mistake and maybe because of him all this is happening." And then he started telling me what I am telling you in my own words. A few months ago, some new first-year students came to Mannu's college, and Mohini was among them. Mohini was quite beautiful and friendly in appearance. He loved meeting new people. Before coming to college, she thought that she would make a lot of friends, and this is where she meets Mannu. Due to Mannu's hooliganism, no one used to say anything against him, and Mohini becomes friends with Mannu. All of them, during this, a girl studying with Mohini spoke to him. "Mohini, you are friends with your senior Mannu, and you have to get up and sit with him a lot. But it's good if you stay away from him, because my cousin studies in his class, and he has told me all Mannu's antics. And remember that if you don't listen to me, he doesn't know what to do to you. And even if he does something, nothing is going to happen to him, because this college belongs to his uncle and he will not allow any action to be taken on it." Hearing all this, Mohini was forced to think and she stopped coming and going with Mannu. Mannu found this strange, so he talked to Mohini about it. Then Mohini told him everything. Hearing this, Mannu said, "Who are you listening to, Mohini? Why is my friendship with so many people only with you? Do you understand? I only make certain people my friends. That's why I have befriended you. You'll see I don't have many friends. And all my friends don't come from hi-fi houses. And that is what it is. These people are jealous. These people also want to be friends with me. That's why they do it all. And when they can't, they are just ruining your friendship with me. Now it's up to you whether you will spoil our friendship by coming into their words or not." Hearing this, Mohini also started feeling that there is truth in Mannu's words. So she stopped talking to the rest of the people altogether, and now she only talked to Mannu and his friends. Even the people around had stopped explaining to him now. Mohini was now accompanying Mannu every day. One day afternoon, Mannu said, "My father has bought a farmhouse for me, and in the same happiness I will give treats to all of you in a restaurant after college today." For this they agreed and went with Mannu after college. After coming to the restaurant, they all started eating and drinking alcohol along with the food. During this time, Mohini's head started getting a little heavy. Seeing this, Mannu started taking Mohini away from there. Mannu came to the car and said, "Mohini, you take some rest. I'll bring you headache medicine till then." After this, Mannu hit Mohini from a chemist shop.
He brought pain medicine and started to relax after eating it. While driving, Mannu said, "By the way, let me say one thing. We gave you some wine with juice. Maybe that's why you're spinning. But if you take medicine now and rest, everything will be fine." Hearing this, Mohini said, "If I go home like this, my family will beat me a lot. So I'll be home a little late." Mannu agreed to it, but now Mohini had to rest a little. So he brought her to his farmhouse. The 5 friends had now come to the farmhouse, and now Mohini, leaving the room, the 4 of them started drinking. The effect of alcohol on them was such that their intention towards Mohini was spoiled, and they came to the room where Mohini was resting. They thought that Mohini would be in a deep sleep, and in such a situation, even if they did something to her, no one would know. And thinking of this, the 4 of them started playing with her disrespect one by one. But during this time, Mohini woke up and started screaming. The 4 of them shut his mouth and fulfilled their vile intentions. During all this, Mohini fainted. But these 4 did not pay much attention to this and came out of the room and slept. The next morning, they realized their mistake and they came to the room to apologize to Mohini. But Mohini was still unconscious. They tried hard to bring him to his senses. But she did not come to her senses. Even her body felt cold. Seeing this, the 4 of them panicked and checked Mohini's pulse. But her pulse was just as calm as her body. Mohini was dead, and unknowingly she had been bled by these 4. All 4 of them were very nervous. And now if this thing goes out, Mannu will not go. But the 3 of them would have gone in a long way. So these people started trying to hide their crime.
The four of them chopped Mohini's body into pieces and buried it in the farmhouse. But during all this, Mohini's hand was left out there. Saying all this, Mannu started crying bitterly. Hearing all this, Sandeepji got very angry and beat him a lot. But beating him wasn't going to solve his problem. Because if this thing was allowed to come out, then he would have been defamed a lot and Mannu would have been his... He was the only boy he didn't even want to send behind bars. He spoke to the Tantrik and called him home and told him the whole story. Then the Tantrik said what you did was not right, but it all happened unknowingly to you. So you ask Mohin for your forgiveness and take out his body and cremate it. Hearing this, Mannu said all this was happening to us for a long time and we doubted whether Mohini's spirit was bothering us. And thinking of this, we took out Mohini's body and cremated it. Then the Tantrik said that there must have been some part of his body which must have remained. That's why all this is happening. Hearing this, they both fell into thought. Then Sandeepji remembered how these people used to see a severed hand. Thinking of this, he asked the servants to find that hand throughout his house, but it wasn't there. But then he remembered that his house was tied with Rakshasutra and now it was harassing Mannu's friends. Thinking of this, he took some servants to the house of both of them and started looking at their houses one by one. During this time, he found the rotten throat in Gagan's house. The severed hand appeared. Seeing that hand, Gagan's family members were very nervous, but that hand was trying to attack them. But now, before it could attack those people, the Tantrik put some white powder on that hand and then the next moment made a circle around that hand. After this, he put grass on him and set him on fire. At the same time as that hand was burning, the Tantrik was chanting strangely. There was a strange silence, and in that silence, only that the Tantrik's mantras were echoing. The Tantrik continued to chant mantras until his hand was reduced to ashes. After that, the Tantrik put the ashes in a kalanj and asked Mohini's family to perform all the rituals after the funeral. Only then will Mohini's soul find peace. For this, they agreed and told Mohini's family members everything. Hearing all this, he was very angry. They threatened to go to the police, but Sandeepji gave a lot of money, due to which they calmed down.
Mohini's brother for this. The police wanted to complain, but his father silenced him, because of which he could not do anything. After all this, Gagan's sister was completely cured. But the blood of Mohini that went into Sumanji had shown such an effect at that time that some part of his brain was completely damaged, and Mohini was controlling it. But now that Mohini was free from all this, that part of her mind was still bad. Sandeepji felt very bad about this condition of his wife. He saw a lot of doctors, but she did not get better. During this time, the lower part of Mannu's body was completely damaged. When the CCTV of the kitchen was checked, it was seen that Sumanji was mixing something in Mannu's food. She was giving Mannu a small amount of snow poison every day, the effect of which was that Mannu's lower part was completely paralyzed. At the same time, Gagan and Sanjay were killed by Sandeepji long ago, when they were both asking to go to the police. Sandeepji showed Mannu to the most expensive doctor, but everyone raised their hands. Today no one has to talk about all this. I don't know. Sandeepji has a lot of respect in the society. He saved the honor of his house by doing all this. But today his family is completely devastated. The effect of Gagan and Sanjay's family members was also that Sandeepji is suffering a lot of losses. But he is still burying his secret in his chest. Friends, when we give too much leeway to someone and the parents lose their control over him, then the child gets out of their hands and starts doing his own mischief. Now take a look here. When the money people are there, then their children are very spoiled. And you'll find the children of the poor more improved. Because you can see in the country that whoever is a rich man, his children are very shameless. They have no manners and they have no way of communicating. They think they have money from all over the world and can buy whatever they want with the money. So they have never seen a struggle in life, and without seeing the struggle and without living that struggle, they cannot respect that struggle. That's why they are the common man's man. The respect of poor people is worth 2 pennies. But it is also very important to punish such people. Now it is useless to expect from the government, judiciary and administration. Because those who have money, they are able to buy all those things easily. There is only the judiciary to say, but it is also bought. Till date, I have never seen a poor person getting justice in these big courts, nor have I ever seen any rich person getting any punishment. Far from getting justice, when they go for it, the first question put in front of them is whether you are a citizen of this country or not. Isn't it? Do you have Aadhaar? Do you have identity?
is their voter card. He is so tangled in all this that he cannot expect justice, so getting justice to a poor man is equal to getting God. Now, sometimes there are some cases in which someone in spirit punishes these people for what they have done. In fact, most people just like this move around the world. However, at the door of God, sometimes they have to go and there is a definite decision. I hope you enjoyed the story.
So friends, this was our story today. How did you like this story? Please do tell me by commenting in the comment box. And also, those who haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please subscribe to the channel. Take care of yourself and your family. I will meet you soon with a new story. Thank you.